And the stuff that I found, I think it's similar to what we've done, but maybe a little different. So let's go ahead and stretch the back of those legs. And then this one's kind of fun, just kind of sweep back and forth. And so, or if your legs are too short, then you can just kind of grab your elbows. And then let's go ahead and get back down there. Get back down in that deep squat. To that on the when we lunge like this. And then I think we've done this before. Where we, a lot of times we're like in that position that we do it. So this one is more stretching of those hip flexors here. And then what we're gonna do is come to all fours and then child's pose. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So bring that knee up. Or then your knee up and then it's on the floor, the other one, and then stretch. Like 5 or so seconds, and then come back to child's pose for about 5 counts. Other leg. And then child's pose. And then other side. Pose for 5. And then bring that other knee up here. And then we're gonna reach up like this and stretch for a sec. And then push back and stretch those hamstrings. Let's do that like 5 times on the one side. So hold for as long as you need to hold. We want to do more dynamic in the beginning and more static at the end. Oh, she's on, yay! Yeah, get those 5 on each side. We'll switch it. And you can put those hands on the floor to stretch, or you can even reach kind of towards the toes and maybe give yourself a little pull, and that'll get your calves. Good, and then let's go ahead and take it into our down dog. Morning, Abby, we're just starting to stretch. We did a little bit different stretch to start, but go ahead and start your deep squat. Start stretching out. All right, let's go ahead and go to our butt. And so we're gonna, I think we've done this one before. So we're gonna kind of just roll back, spread your feet apart, and then stretch forward. And take it easy. Go a little slower. I've already had a workout today, so I'm already warmed up. It's a little funky and definitely new-ish. I mean, I've done stuff like it, but it's going to be more for stretch. So lay on your belly, and we're going to kind of do that Superman, and then you're going to sweep those arms behind you, and then come back over your head on the floor. So it's a back extension. We're just adding those arms. And then just make sure you're not kinking your neck too much and that you're kind of staying with that forehead, not on the ground, but looking down. Let's get a couple more. And then let's go ahead and bring it to all fours, and we'll get a few cat and cow. Good. All right, let's go ahead and come on up. Quickly, we'll do a little bit of quad stretching. So you guys get your quad stretch, and I'm gonna go over what we're gonna do. So quad stretch. So I'd like you to go as heavy as possible for all the exercises. And then you also need a second pair of dumbbells. So like Abby, you would use your 10s on the floor and you would do the exercises with your 15s. When you're done, go ahead and give me your hammies. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take just any pair of dumbbells that you have, extra dumbbells, and you're gonna put them on the floor. And I think we've done this, but it's been a long time. Let's get some spinal twist. And then you're gonna get the two heaviest dumbbells that you feel like you can do these exercises. So the first one is we're gonna elevate our heels up on the dumbbells and we're gonna do squats like this. Now, if you have one real heavy weight that you would rather use, you can always do this. And the next exercise is you're gonna do a really kind of wide single leg RDL hinge. And then as long as your knee fills up for it, then you're gonna do a static lunge. If your knee is not up for that, you can go more shallow, or you can just. And then the last exercise, or you know what, I'm gonna actually flip flop those, you guys, I'm sorry. These ones first. And then we're gonna do our squats, because then after that, we're gonna go to a row, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 for the row. So if the weights for the leg exercises are a little heavy for the row, then just have another pair there to do your rows. But I am going to switch it so it's not so long that we're doing the rows. But let's do the single leg RDL plus the lunge first, because it's back to back if we do those other exercises, and it does take a little bit of a toll on your back. Okay. So that first one's a little tricky. You gotta really be aware of what you're doing, and you want to be far apart. And if your back does start to hurt, if your feet are too close together, just spread them apart a little bit. But again, it's different today. We are going wide stance here. You're gonna come all the way up, and then give me a lunge. Right? Yeah, that's the first thing. Okay. Okay. Grab those weights. You want to try to fill that single leg kind of RDL hinge in your under butt, kind of where the hamstring meets the glutes. And then if you can, really focus on pushing through that heel on that static lunge. You should also feel that. Push through that heel at the bottom in that under area. And then just make sure you take a quick peek. Make sure both your feet are forward, that are facing forward, that one's not wonky. Awesome. Okay, so same thing other side. If you need to rest your hands, you can. Woo. Okay, get that wide stance. Side. And then when you're doing it, this for sure, right? You're bending over, hinging. And then on your lunge, you can still stay a little forward. I just don't want you bent over the whole time. But I would rather you not come up all the way and then lunge. Just give that a little bit of a lean forward so it does hit those glutes. I'm running out of breath. Good. Good, and then you can play too with the straightness of that front knee. I just don't want it locked out. So if you feel it more, if it's a little straighter, you like it being bent, cool. Just don't bend it as you're going down. Awesome, you guys. All right, get your weight set up to put elevated heels up. And then yeah, Abby, grab those 10s and put them on the floor, and then you'll grab your 2 heavier weights or 15s. squats. And then I want you guys to just make sure that you are sitting your butt back, pushing through your heels, and that you're not doing this. Okay. Now push through those heels. Some quad exercises with our ankle weights today. So I want you to try to emphasize these exercises in your glutes. Just try to get as low as you feel comfortable going. Good. Let's go for a few more seconds, Okay, so we're not going to go for 50 seconds for our rows. Grab what weights you want to use for your row. And again, we're going to go to the hip, and then together. So try not to scrunch up your neck, all right? So bring it to the hip, back, back, together. Core nice and tight. Go slow if you can. Hold it at the top for that sec. We're going to go for a few more seconds. So you can keep going or you can go ahead and rest. If your back's hurting, rest. If you can go, we got 3, 2, rest. Okay, so that is pretty much it, is what we're going to do for our first 3 exercises. So why don't you grab some water? Think about what you just did if you want a different weight. And then we'll do it again. And so Abby, if you can use your 2 15s for those squats, I want you to do that. If your body's not feeling it today, totally cool. But if you can, or if you like it better with the 1, cool. All right, let's get those weird wide stance. Really get down there, feel it in those hamstrings, and then add that lunge. All right, let's go. My legs are shaking. 'And then remember, my legs are much shorter. So if you need to get wider than what you're seeing me, get wider if you really need more of a stretch. All right, rest. And then we'll go to that other side. All right, let's go. Ten seconds. Get ready for our squats. Put those heels on those weights. Up and be back. I didn't need those glutes. that core tight when you're doing them. Remember to breathe. Good. Go for 10 more seconds. And then we'll get ready for our rows. 3, 2, cool. All right, let's do those rows. Abby, if your neck's starting to bother you at all, go lighter for these rows. So single, single, together. The hip. Back starting to get a little tired. You can always go one foot by the other. Easy, stand up. Out, back out. And rest. All right. Have a back bend. If your back's a little sore, put those hands there. Grab a little bit of water. To our last round. All right, you guys, grab those weights. And let's do our RDL plus lunge. Take a quick peek at those feet. Are they both forward? Nothing's internally or externally rotated. Make sure on that lunge, that knee's not coming in. All right, let's go to the other side. All right, time to start. Slow, in control, in and out, the hand moves to the glutes. Good. Awesome. Let's get set up for our squats. If you need to give your hands a little bit of a break. Put your booty back. Try to get low. Couple more seconds. All right, you guys, put those weights down. I want you to stretch out your back just a little bit. And then we're gonna grab those weights for our last set of rows. All right, pull it to that hip. And on this last set, if you would rather just do 2-arm rows, that's cool. Woo, not bad, it's tired. I'm gonna let you choose. You can go for 10 more seconds, or if your back's real tired, you can go ahead and rest. Bring it to the hip. And rest. Awesome. Okay, let me show you. You're gonna put your ankle weights on. But there's a whole bunch of weird tricep exercises. So gotta find a weight, and this is the hardest one with heavy weight. And the other idea is maybe have a couple of sets. So let me show you exactly what we're gonna do so you can figure out what weight you need. So on one exercise, all we're doing is this. So this you can go pretty heavy, right? But then one of our exercises is this. If you go real heavy, it'll really hit your traps and your neck. So if you have like any kind of neck issues, you want to go lighter for that. Because the second time we do them, we're going to do some pulses. And that's really where it could get your traps. But again, if you don't have issues and you want to work your traps, grab something heavy. I will probably drop down to 5s. And then we're going to just do some weird triceps like this, a wide. And then we're going to just go overhead. But we're going to do that in between our leg exercises. So get those ankle weights on. Yeah, I'm going to have my 8s, but then I'm probably going to drop to 5 on some of them, just because I'll get real tight in here and it'll get me heavy. And if you're ready, yeah, start some crunches, and then we will start standing, but keep doing your crunches. Abby, you already have your ankle weights on? Do you have your ankle weights on? Go ahead and put those on real quick. And then what I recommend too for some of these exercises is using a wall to help you balance. That way you don't have to work on your balance so much. You can really focus on your muscles. But we'll also do some where you work your balance. And then just make sure you have those weights close so we can do our triceps. All right, let's go ahead and stand on up. And then go ahead and just try to find a wall that you feel comfortable, just kind of not leaning against it, just helping you stabilize and balance. So the first one, we're just gonna kind of right here, and we're gonna do leg extension. Now, if that's a little bit too much, you can bring it down and then do the exercise. If it's too hard to keep it up there. And you can go ahead and start, and again, if it hurts your knee, or you're starting to feel anything funky, I don't want you to do it. Oh, I couldn't figure out what you were holding on to, Abby, but now I see what it is. Okay. I didn't know if it's like the picture was distorted, but I. Well, and again, if that's hard, you can bring it down and back up. Kind of straight. Okay, grab kind of the heavier of your weights, and we're just kind of like this. Have to be exactly how I am standing right now. If it's better for you to do it like this, that's cool. This takes a little bit of pressure off my back. If you want to make it a little harder, bend over more, work against gravity. If you want to play with it, you can turn it up, straight back. You can go palm down. See what's going to burn those tries. Good, all right, let's go to that other arm. Same thing, other arm. Bend over, work against gravity if you need to. Try at different angles. All right, let's put those weights down. You can hold on to that wall, and we're just gonna do our hamstring curl. If you don't wanna hold on to anything, that's fine. Make sure that you're going from standing to the curl, and then don't rest at the bottom, and then don't extend any more forward. Straight, and then 90. Really trying to isolate those hamstrings. All right, same thing, other leg. You know, you can touch the ground. You feel a little weird like staying above the ground. Just don't rest. Good, and go kind of slow, guys, a little, you know, slow. All right, grab those. If you want to go lighter, if you want to try to go heavier, you could always try it and drop down. This one's weird, okay? So we're here. You're gonna lean a little forward, and you're just gonna push them out. Try to relax your traps. Okay, now try to feel it just in your triceps. If you're feeling it in the neck, it's not what I want. All right, cool. Put those weights down. Go to that wall, and we're going standing fire hydrant. So I'd like you to hold on to, or hold on to something. Muscles. You're not like there's stuff like that. Core tight. So just like you would do a normal fire hydrant, we're just doing them standing. That stabilizing leg will get tired. And then try to stay straight. Try not to lean. All right, other side. Yep. And just try your best not to lean. Try to just lift up the leg. Try to think about using the glutes. I do have a slight bend in my stabilizing leg. So I'm not locked out. It's not a super bend, just not locked out. Okay, so we're gonna do that little diamond tricep again, but we're gonna do more pulsing. So if that really hurt your neck and traps or anything, you're more than welcome to just do tricep kickback. So sorry, I don't know if I was pulsing very well. So it's just faster and we're not going so wide. Good, rest. All right, you guys, we're gonna do another tricep, but we're gonna go down to the floor. Let's get full donkey kick. All right, on the floor, full donkey kick. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Point that toe down. I wasn't doing that. Point that toe down, heel up. Awesome. All right, same thing, other leg. Heel to the ceiling, point that toe down, core tight, don't rest at the bottom, make it flow. Awesome. Okay, if you can do this on your knees, awesome. If you can just stand up, that's cool. I would grab a little bit heavier weight. So totally out of like the norm for me. Definitely weird. So wide, single arm, tricep. Know what you're doing. Triceps, maybe a little bit of your lats underneath those underarms. Good. Okay, let's lay on our back for inner leg lift or adduction. We're gonna go over by like 2 minutes or a minute and a half. Got this one and one more tricep. All right, back on the knees or standing. Put those weights together or grab one heavier weight, up to you. Last one, overheads. Core tight, fully extend. Elbows in close to your head. Extend all the way up. Core tight. Woo! I'm getting tired.